Hey everybody, Riot Mort here with just a quick chat. I wanted to talk a little bit about this tweet that was out there and a lot of the responses to it. For those who didn't see it, this was a composer who won an Academy Award for his work on Oppenheimer. And in his speech, you know, he thanked his parents for giving him his foundation in music. But the quote was, "To my parents, thank you for giving me guitars and drum machines instead of video games." And obviously this had a lot of really strong reactions. A lot of people were like, wait, you know, why is he attacking video games? There's nothing wrong with video games, you know, and a lot of people were up in arms about this. Now, I'm not going to try to read the context of like what he was trying to say. Sometimes people in the heat of the moment may communicate, you know, incorrectly. They might not say what they mean. He was excited. But I do want to talk about this very briefly. The thing is, video games can and do provide a lot of positive benefits. This shouldn't shock anybody, right? Things like the ability to problem solve, logic, team working. You know, I got some of my leadership skills from being a raid leader in World of Warcraft. Playing video games, you know, can lead to future careers. Obviously, I'm somebody who has a very successful career in video games. You know, I make six figures at my job working on video games. So that's a great thing. They provide stress relief. There are a lot of positives to video games. And so talking bad about video games, probably not, you know, the biggest thing here. And so for everyone who was like, well, wait a minute, don't dump on video games. Like, yeah, that's true. But there's a really big but here that I think a lot of people were missing on the context of this. And that's really, really important here. Okay. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with video games, right? I played video games growing up, but if I had my way as a kid and I wasn't fortunate enough to get really lucky, you know, with really good parents, I would have sat in my room playing Mega Man and Mario and Ninja Turtles for 12 hours a day. I would have just played video games all day, every day, and it would have been bad. If you do that, that's the bad thing. And the reality is video games are one of the things out there that can be addicting, right? Nobody's addicted to bowling. Nobody's addicted to basketball, right? Like, these are fun things you do, but they don't really have that same, like, that hook that just keeps you going forever. And it is really important to have a wide variety of experiences, especially for parents out there. If you're a parent, give your kid a lot of wide variety of experiences. I was very fortunate. My parents, despite I wanted to play video games all day, every day, but my parents made me do Boy Scouts. I became an Eagle Scout. My parents made me play a sport. I did baseball and track and field and bowling. If it was nice out, my parents would say, go outside and play with your friends. And I made friends and became social with people. And these things were important because they developed the skills necessary that even in my gaming career have been important, you know, things like communication and working with other people and heading towards a goal. And all of those experiences work together in tandem. So to me, it's not about that video games are bad, but it is that video games without moderation and unlimited can be bad for you, So again, if you're a parent out there, make sure your kid has multiple experiences. It's very important. And, you know, if you're past that, that's fine, right? Like, obviously, I'm at the point in my life now where I clearly, you know, stream for 8 to 10 hours on the weekends and then work on, like, clearly video games are a large part of my life. There's nothing wrong with that. But you just have to be careful that you don't end up in a bad situation where this is all you're doing in a room by yourself, and that's really rough. So try to get out there and have multiple experiences in addition to just video games. That's all. So there you go.